My name's Andy and we're back at another POV video. I'm going to be doing a mid-skin fade, and again I'm going to drop the back on this but not too much. He does a comb over, disconnect it on the left side and then blend it on the right side. If you don't know what disconnected on the left side is, we'll talk about that in another video, and maybe leave it in the comments so I know that you're looking for a video like that. Anyways, I always start my client's hair by wetting the hair and combing it to how they normally comb it. Right now I'm making sure I section the line really straight because that part's important. When he combs the hair, he definitely does not want a slanted part or even a jaggy part. You want that line to be nice and straight. Okay, T-liner, doesn't matter if you do it up or down. I'm making my first guideline. And then I am cleaning as I go, which is also another very important thing. You want to just clean as you go. I know there's some videos out there that kind of leave the bulk at the bottom till the end, but I'm telling you, if you do leave it till the end, you can accidentally use the T-liner and clean up the bottom and then accidentally hit one of the lines that you're not supposed to hit, and you're gonna have to clean up that fade, which we don't want to do. So let's just clean up the line now. As you see here, I do drop it just a little bit. You see that the back does blend to the top, and that's why we're dropping it, to make sure that the cowlick doesn't stick up too much. So what you do on one side, you have to do on the other to make sure that they're both the same. That's why I do these guidelines, is to make sure that both of the sides are the same. And it also helps keeps the entire fade very consistent and leveled. There's like this fly that comes flying by. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Alright, my single foil shaver, one of my favorite shavers. I love this, and I'm going to be leaving it in the description below on Amazon. So if you're interested in it, please just go ahead and purchase it on there. It does help out the channel a little bit, but don't worry about it. You can purchase it on Amazon, wherever you want. But yeah, the link's in the description. Make it simple for you. This is kind of the reason why skin fade takes a while, is that you gotta use the shaver so much. Like, you just gotta shave every single hair on the bottom to make sure there's no stubble, because that's what the whole point about a skin fade. Yeah, sometimes the hair is super thick and a machine just is being overworked, so you got to go over it multiple times. Now it's an open no guard. Create that guideline. And I do the guideline all the way around before I come back and remove that line. Make sure both sides are about at the same height as well. You want to keep the fade consistent on both sides. Now I'm closing the lever and removing the bottom line, and then I'm opening it slightly and removing the line right next to it. So it's all about closing all the way to remove the very bottom line, opening it up midway to remove the next following line you're going to be making, and then you'll work your way up to open 0, which is the line you just made. So if you work your way through the lever, you're pretty much going to blend out the line. Here's close 0, and I'm basically pushing up this line a little bit, you can tell, and then I'm opening it up the lever a little bit, and I'm pushing the line up again. Eventually you're gonna have the lever all the way open, and that part should reach to the top of the line. I'm bringing back my T-liner because I do see a little bit of line on the very bottom, right where the ball meets the closed 0, and it helps just remove some stuff. So don't be afraid to go back a step just to clean it up. I usually prefer to do that before I move on to this step right here, because I don't want to be lost all in my fade, and just kind of, it helps me remember what I'm supposed to be doing. This is right now what I'm doing is a 1 guard, and I'm opening it up all the way. I'm creating the next guideline. Once I create that guideline, I'm going to clean up, making sure each side of it is even. There you go. Now I pop on my half guard, and I'm going to close it all the way. I'm going to clean out that very bottom line. That bottom line right there you see. About to remove that line. I'm going to try my best too is not to push the line all the way up to the top. It's a fade, and you don't want to just close half all the way up to the top, then it'll just be a half, and I don't want that. It's a open 1, so I'm just cleaning up the bottom line. Just kind of going through with my first draft, just kind of making sure there's no line, maybe clean up some dark areas. And I know I see some lines here and there, but I'm just making a note of it, and just gonna go back with my no guard, and then now I'm opening and closing and maybe even midway just to clean up those little lines that I see. And each time I'm tapping this lever, kind of just micro adjusting it with my thumb. It's my own technique that I use, that I just micro adjusting the lever every single time. I usually don't see a barber do it, and I don't know how I got to it. But it works for me, and yeah, you will see me micro adjusting it every single time with my thumb. And that's just what I'm doing. I'm opening it and closing it depending on what I see on the client's hair. Now we clip over comb. Close 0, aim, there's that fly again. This client doesn't want it going in, he just wants it straight up. So I'm gonna do my best to keep the comb straight up while blending out that line as well. because we are shaping. Removing the line of the one open, shaping the head, and that's what clipper over comb does. So it takes away two problems at once. And that's why I love clipper over comb. It just helps so much, and it makes things so much faster. When you first start to clipper over comb, do not go this fast. This is fast only because I've been doing it for about over a decade now, and it's not something that you kind of learn when you first start. You do learn it, try it, but try it on something you're comfortable with, right? And then just continuously do it slowly. Make sure you don't angle the comb in the wrong way. So just concentrate on the angle of the comb. And again, huge important thing, do it slowly. You do not want to go as fast as I do. That's how you end up leaving a bald spot on your client. After clip over comb, I bring back my one guard. I open it, I close it, depending on where I need to hit it. So if I'm opening it all the way and I'm trying to remove the line, if I don't hear it cutting, I'll close it halfway, and I still don't hear it cutting, I'll close it all the way. And that's how you just basically do cleanup. So right now I see a little dark area, so I'm closing the one, trying to clean it up. Moving on. If I get stuck at a spot too long, I'll move on. I'll continue to work on other areas, and then I'll come back to it and take another look. Bringing back to 0 because the one close is not removing anything. So let's bring back to 0, cleaning up some very low lines. Once I get the shape down, I pretty much now work on the detail. This area just keeps sticking out, so I'm gonna have to bring it back in a little bit. Every time I look at the front, it kind of sticks out a little bit. I don't want to remove too much here, so I'm just going to use thinning shears to kind of like get the shape, but not ruin it by cutting too much or having the clipper of a comb take too more than I want. With the thinning shears, I get to control a lot about what I want to do. Too much thinning shears though will change the shape as well, so you got to be careful with that. Here's the little dark area. I think it's just heavy more than anything, and that's why I want to use, there it is. I just want to use the thinning shears and remove some weight there. Help them style it easier. I feel like this part right here is a little bit longer, so let's go. I'm just going to do scissor over comb to cut off some weight. I'm evening out the front right now and the top, combing it up, making sure I'm cutting just a little bit off, and then brushing it back to make sure it's laying nicely. Alright, let's dry the hair. As always, I don't really like leaving my client's hair super wet as they walk out. I hope you enjoy this video. My name is Andy. If you do like it, make sure you hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video.